I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert in footballs. I'm not an expert in football measurements.
I don't want anyone rubbing them, putting in the air in them, taking the air out. To me, those balls are perfect, and that's what I expect from it. I can't show it over football. It's so goddamn hard to hold on to it.
9/8/2025. Well, I told you guys last week to enjoy your last moments of bliss because the pain is getting ready to start. Watching Joe Burrow throw for 113 yards in his season debut. Pain. Xavier Worthy, Brock Bowers, George Kittle, Drake London. Pain. Pretty much the entire Detroit Lions, sans Ben Johnson. Pain. But Fantasy Millionaires know it's about pains for gains. With week 1 almost in the rear view, who's ready to overreact? Stacks, let's get into it. How was your inaugural 2025 NFL weekend?
I got to say, sign me up for the ayahuasca that Aaron Rodgers was on, because mea culpa, I thought that old man was going to get retrograded back to the year, 1983. That guy looked like fire. He came afterwards pissed at the press conference. He just said, F everybody in the Jets organization. That was for against everybody over there. He hates everybody. And I love it. I love a feisty,
How can you not like it?
I love it. I just thought he was washed. He looked washed last year as a Jet. Little did I know he just needed motivation because he fucking hates the Jets so much. This guy's on a robo mission. I'm back in. So that was one thing that I had to say coming off the break. And then you touched on it. Dan Campbell is crying himself to sleep after losing Ben Johnson. He is at home just crying and crying because, oh man, not good. Not good. There's our boy Joe Bond. It looked bad. And Bo McBrayer was saying it, and I hate when Bo's right. God damn it, I hate when they're right. And but yeah, Ben Johnson, we'll see what he does tonight in his debut as head coach for the Bears. But man, they needed him. They couldn't do anything. Jahmyr Gibbs looked anemic. You can fade Montgomery for the rest of the year if you want. I mean, we'll see. It's just not looking like 2024. No more. What else do you, Cash? What else stood out?
Man, it's just starting in the first game. It was a bummer to see the AJ Brown usage. That was a bummer. Xavier Worthy going down. That was such a bummer. I'll tell you what stood out. I know you're an East Coast dad. That game last night, I watched the entire thing. The Bills-Ravens game was one of the greatest football games that's ever been played. It was insane. It was so good. I had a tweet for 3 tweets, but it's just kind of too long. But it plays that the soundtrack from the Matthew McConaughey movie where he got Interstellar. It's got that Interstellar music, and it's like the tweet something like, honey, your wife telling you to turn off the game. You've been watching football for 8 hours, and then it's like the game she's telling you to turn off, and it's just a sequence of highlights of that game. I mean, I'll send you the tweet. It's long.
I've seen it.
You saw that?
I watched it this in the pooper this morning.
It's so beautiful.
Listen, I went to bed.
And it was like that watching the game. I felt like I was in Interstellar. I was like, what? I remember it was 40-25 after Buffalo scored a bit of a fluke touchdown, and Chris Collinsworth, I was just like, this is the NFL's fix. Like, this is the WWF, because he said it before it happened. He's like, it was like 6 minutes left or something like that, and he's like, just playing. There's a lot of time left. I was like, no, there's not. There's not a lot of time left. And he's like, there's a lot of time left. A lot of stuff can happen. And sure enough, 41-40 is the score. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is nuts.
I wish I could have stayed up to watch that. I was just. Yeah, I was like Russell Wilson. I was in bed by like 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., So Russell Wilson looked terrible, by the way. He looked so washed. Get Jackson Dart in there immediately. He was just standing in the pocket. I mean, he ran away after a few times, but he did not look great in that debut. Malik Nabers is pissed. I love that. That's always great. And then Tua and the Dolphins. Oh my gosh, man. They are the train wreck we thought they were. So there were some aha moments when you're like, yeah, I was right. And then also some Aaron Rodgers moments where you're like, I was big time wrong. I don't know what you watched, though. You didn't watch a lot. I watched the national broadcast for the Commanders game. My daughter and boyfriend were over. He's a Commanders fan. She is too. So we're watching little Commanders. Dude, they're forcing Travis Hunter down our throats via commercials. He had like 3 commercials. He had one with Trevor Lawrence. The younger generation, God bless their souls, they're being forced on us against our will in commercials. Travis Hunter was on the screen more in commercials than he had catches. So God bless Travis Hunter, though. I'm not against him. I just thought it was interesting. He had so much screen time on my screen when he wasn't even on the screen playing football.
I'll tell you another thing that sort of blew my mind. A little side note of getting ready to do this NFL 2025 season. So I'm coming home from my son's lacrosse and hadn't got my red zone thing situated, right? And my dad lives with us. I'm yelled down to the basement. We have an agreement. Like he has the YouTube TV, so we pay each other back. I'm like, hey, can you hook up the red zone? He comes upstairs and he's like, you might want to come take a look at this, right? Apparently, YouTube TV this year it's like $11 to get red zone. That's what it's been in the past, right? No biggie. We're worth every penny of it, even with commercials. Hey, the commercials, I didn't even see a commercial. I don't. It wasn't a big deal.
Saw one and it just didn't even matter.
Yeah, I didn't. I never noticed. So he comes upstairs like, you might want to come down here and take a look. I go down, trying to click on where it says it. This is the only thing I'm getting. It's saying it's like $33 a month. Okay. No, listen to this. Here's the deal they give you. It's $33 a month for 8 months, and then it's $270 a year, and it says it right on there, and you can never cancel. Or if you want the ability to cancel, it's $95 a month or something like that. I'm just like, are you effing kidding me? I'm not going to be able to watch Red Zone this year. Like, this is nuts. I was already like ready to boycott over the commercials. Then once that happened, I was like, wait, I do want Red Zone.
You're paying for it now.
Well, so I found a workaround. The NFL app.
Yeah. The app's great.
It's $15 a month for Red Zone. So I was like,
way better.
Great.
Way better.
Yeah, I could load it on my TV. I had a smart TV. I could load the app. It was all good. So yeah.
I like it. Well, you know what? I'll just tell you, we're excited to get started. A little hot takes, a little overreact, whatever it is, a little fun beginning. But here's how the show works. If you're new, you were on the FantasySixPack.net's supercomputer here over in the YouTubers. And so please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get the likes going. Let's get the subscriptions going. We're going to go through all the standard things, trades. Up until the trade deadline, we're going to talk trades every single week. That's how we really start the show, get the meat of the show going. We're going to talk the wire, right? Whether it's thick or thin, we'll give it to you. Then we're going to do start sit, which we call elevate, mitigate, and eviscerate, because we're better than the rest of those mid shows. And then we're going to give you DFS stacks of cash, which are our plays in the DFS realm. I think it's something like platinum, diamond, gold, something like that. We give them to you. And that's really just like the expensive, mid, and the cheap. And then we get you out of here with 3 tweets. I'm back to 3 tweets. Fucking X and all that shit. So 3 tweets it is. And we're going to put the explicit on our show once again. For every single show, there has been a cuss word. That is just how it goes, kids. So, all right. I will let you start off with trades to get paid. You let me know. We're going to do buy high, buy low, sell high, sell low. You have the board, my friend. You start us off.
Let's go buy high. I'm going to go ahead and buy high on the number 2 wide receiver in week 1, which is in PPR formats, which is Keon Coleman. Again, I watched that whole game, and he wasn't somebody that I was particularly targeting in drafts. there were a few different sharps that I paid attention to that said that, he's definitely worth drafting at his ADP. It's a year or two. There should be some real progression this year, and he's a value pick. For whatever reason, different people around that ADP were more tantalizing to me. So I do, in 10 redraft leagues, I don't think I have any Keon Coleman. I regret that very much. And I am very much willing to buy high. And the reason why, watching that game, it wasn't like it wasn't it was like the Bills became the Bills as the game continued on, and the major component of why that offense was clicking was Keon Coleman. He had 11 targets, 112 yards, and 1 TD. And I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyeballs. He became a better football player during that game. There was like a gracefulness to his play that it's like the confidence started building in him as he was becoming the dude on that team. You could see it. Like it was like transformative. I mean, and obviously it's a buy high, so people might, you're going to overpay. I would overpay. I would overpay because I think that this is going to be a week in, week out performance. Now, this is more of a ceiling performance, but I think, the floor is not going to be much worse. Like, I think he's going to be one of these kind of guys that's going to be locked in for 15 PPR points every week.
I like it. I'm not going to throw any shade on that at all. Another young guy for me, for my buy high, and it's not even that high actually. If you kind of look and see, it's just rising. It's Bill. It's Croskey-Merrit. He looked great. He had not a bunch of touches, but he did get Chris Rodriguez scratched from the game, right? And so you're not even buying super high, but I just know he did go high. People in leagues overdrafted him, and then he performed like kind of right where they drafted him. So you're going to have to pay a little more than what they drafted him to get him. You're not going to cheap him. They wanted him. That's why they got him, because he was an early round kind of a flyer for people who were reaching. So 10 carries, 8.2 yards per carry. I mean, him and Jayden Daniels, imagine trying to figure out with read option with those two coming at you. And if you miss, you got Jayden Daniels. And if you miss him, you got Croskey-Merrit just going down the sideline. I really love the prospect of when they try to trade Brian Robinson. That was a clue. They didn't start Chris Rodriguez. That's another clue. This is kind of wheels up, I think, his backfield when it comes to even the red zone touches. You saw him get that touch in the green zone in the 20s. So I'm in. I want him. That's my thought.
Yeah, I have no pushback. I mean, the only thing I will say, 0 targets, or 1 target.
No, he dropped it. He dropped the 1 target.
1 target, 0 catches, 0 receiving yards. But it doesn't mean it's any real type of pushback, because I think what you just said with the Jayden Daniels component to that offense, he looks electric, man. Like he looks like Jayden Daniels.
Nonchalantly electric.
He looks like Jayden Daniels. Like he just looks like he can slide and slither and just move. He just looks electric.
He's Harry Potter, mate. He's fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your buy low?
I got a buy low for you, man. Okay. I think this is a solid buy low, and you may disagree. But it took me thinking about the game, thinking about what I saw, checking out some other, respectable peers on Twitter that had this take, and made me realize what I saw too. I'm going with Kenneth Walker for a buy low. Okay. That was not what you wanted to see in week 1. I have a build for a big buy-in where he's my RB1. You know, I kind of went 0 RB and I have him as my RB1. Frustrating usage in week 1. Okay. Here's what I'll say. You know, Charbonnet gets the goal line work. That's troublesome. Okay. But as that game started to get away from the Seahawks and it became, you know, must win, all of a sudden it's the Kenneth Walker show. He's on the field in the fourth quarter doing, you know, the big plays, the important plays, you know. To me, that just signals that, you know, he is the guy on that team. It didn't change. Like we're not seeing like the passing of the torch. Like people are acting like Kenneth Walker is this old guy and Charbonnet is this young buck. It's like they're a year apart, you know, like and the truth, as talented as Charbonnet is, you know, I thought I saw this tweet today, and I forget who the other 2 backs are, but it's like Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry are the only 2 people with the PFF grade of 85 or higher for the last 3 years, and then Kenneth Walker. You know what I mean? Like his talent is elite. So I think this is an opportunity. I do think you're gonna have to deal with Zach Charbonnet. I do think he is going to be, you know, I think it is going to be a timeshare, but I think that the usage will continue to improve as it did in the fourth quarter with Kenneth Walker, and it will be it's just it's a good time to buy low on somebody like him, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. I had a little technical failure. My monitor did go down. So hopefully, you know, we're still live here and you know, everything's still up and running, but I had to do a little switcheroo. So now we're still back. That's interesting. It's called a segue, kids, because I didn't want to talk about this, but he is my sell low because I have him and I am uncomfortable with how quickly Charbonnet was in that red zone and in that goal line. That was like, that's how it works now. Like if he's the guy who gets them to the 20s and then that goes Charbonnet, like, no, that's bad. That's so bad, you know? And so I have 1 share and maybe we can talk, you know, we'll see what you got in your stable. Cause I know what I have. I have inconsistency. Is now I've got doubt now. I don't know what's going to happen now, and I don't like that kind of shit. Because here's the thing: I do have Zach Charbonnet in other leagues, many shares, because I thought this was going to happen with Kenneth Walker. That's why I only have 1 share, right? But I have like 6 shares or 5 shares of the 3 shares of Charbonnet, which I'll be popping and dropping in the dangling of the trade request with my man, whoever has the Walker. So you know, I hear you and I feel you. I heard your side of it, but you know, I'm skeptical. I know the run zone will be better and they'll run better and San Francisco look good on D. And I'm probably overreacting, but just, you know, see what you can get, you know.
This is exactly why I'm saying Kenneth Walker, because I understand the pain and I think it's a good time to take advantage of other league mates. Yep. Someone like me too. I get it, you know.
Yeah. I feel that. I do feel that deep in my soul. Okay. My buy low, by the way, is a running back as well. And, you know, he had not a bad game. He had 18 carries. And so you like seeing that. But Mr. Tony Pollard, you know, he had a tough matchup. I think we all knew he was going to have a tough matchup. And their offense struggled to kind of put anything together. You know, 3.3 yards per carry, no touchdowns, 1 catch, not great, under 10 points. Somebody who people would go in the 4th round for, 5th round, you know, people really making them their RB2. That's unprofessional. Yeah, it's not really great. So talk to them, see what's going on, see what they're thinking. Because you know, maybe they're not willing to flip, but I think I would go for a little bit of the Tony Pollard myself.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, he was the dude. He was on the field like the entire game. So, and you're playing the Denver Broncos, like kind of a good defense, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
So I'm not worried at all. And yes,
Me neither. But you might
100%.
have a tilting owner right now who lost their game or who,
Yeah,
going
I'm
for TP.
buying low for sure. For sure. I agree with it. So all right, I'll do my sell low since you did your sell low with KW the third.
Gotcha.
My sell low is somebody that thankfully I drafted none of. And I do like to do, I typically, when I do a sell low, I will try and give you the big name. So I think that this is the time to sell. Sell low on Tyreek Hill, right? I mean, I said in the beginning of the season, the teams that I was fading, I usually have teams that I will fade. And it doesn't mean I'll fade every single person, but just generally, I don't like the vibes, right? The Dolphins were one of those organizations, dude. Okay. And week 1 has very much reinforced my crystal ball look into 2025. I do not like the vibes. Not good. Tyreek Hill, he doesn't like the vibes. Okay. And here's the thing. Let's go back to my buy high, right? Keon Coleman. Trade Tyreek Hill straight up for Keon Coleman, and you could get him. You could get him. I would
trade you. I would take Keon Coleman right now. If you said I've got Tyreek Hill and you got Keon Coleman, I'd do that.
Yeah, you would. Right.
Yeah, immediately. Here's how I feel about, if you've got Tyreek Hill on your team, it's just like this.
Okay, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dumb and Dumber. Just you are so upset. Guess what? I'm not gonna lie to you. My show sheet says other guy I was gonna do Tyreek Hill. In case you took my guy, I had a backup guy for some of these, and that was.
Oh, by the way, I decided not to look at your show sheet. I wanted to. I want to know. I want to go into this.
I want to know what love means.
I don't want to know. I didn't
live react. I love it. I appreciate it. No,
yeah.
Good. I appreciate it. That's how we do. We don't like to, but you've wanted to see that. I'm letting you know the secrets are there. Yeah, Tyreek is on mine. All right, my sell high, man. I'll be honest with you. I've got none to sell high right now. Like everybody I looked at to sell high, I'm like, actually, I want to keep him. Oh yeah, but maybe I'll keep him. Oh, but I think maybe
I got a good one.
All right, let me hear yours because I might pivot and say okay, but I want to hear.
I bet you'll agree with it. I think it's a great sell high because there will be buyers.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a sell high for sure.
Yeah, that's a great sell high. He, just
Two
fell
touchdowns
into the end zone a couple times. The rest of the game was pedestrian.
It was 3.6. It was terrible.
It was the same old Javonte Williams. Like it didn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Jalen Carter.
Javonte. It was 100% Javonte.
If Jalen Carter gets ejected, like he should have had, just a better game. And he didn't look horrible, but I think that there's going to be people in the leagues that will buy high. They'll be like, yeah, man, like the Cowboys look good. I thought the Cowboys did look. I thought Dak looked great in that game. So that bodes well for a sell high on Javonte Williams. Like, I think the Cowboys are going to be a little bit better than I thought. I think their defense is a little bit better than I thought they'd be too,
and also the Eagles have 2 banged up wide receivers because you can see A.J. Brown not looking 100% healthy out there. And apparently, Devonta Smith battling some injuries too. And we kind of knew that. They had missed some camp and stuff, but man, they were rusty.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that is true as well, for sure. I just thought the Cowboys were going to be a lot worse than what I think that they could, they could be fringe playoff team. I mean, they played well, and I think Javonte will have these kind of games, but if he doesn't get 2 1-yard TD scores, it's going to be a 8 fantasy point week,
right?
A lot of times.
Decimal back if he doesn't get those.
I agree. Decimal back.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was a lucky break. Somebody was spitting on Dak. We'll talk about that more later. But no, I'm with you. Okay, let's jump then. That's called a transition, kid. I like that. Let's jump to the wire. The wire. All right, so the wire is just the waiver wire. We just like to say the wire. We're from Maryland, so we're right outside of Baltimore. We're not scared. This is our hood. So we like to go with the wire. So let's just break it down. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense, whatever you want. You can go steer the show. Tell me where you want to be. Who you're going to try to get? Who's your main target? Is it Hollywood Brown? Is it Quentin?
Why don't we
Johnston?
just run through it like this too? We'll run through each positional group. We'll say the people that we think, and if there's anybody you want to add or I want to add, and then we'll come back, circle back, and pick our favorites. Okay, so for QBs, there's definitely some good people on the wire, right? Aaron Rodgers being one of them. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is on the wire. I think Aaron Rodgers is definitely worthy of a roster spot if you played the 2-0 QB game, you know.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. That was Cash said it preseason. I like Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be good. He looked good. Michael Penix also on the wire. Those are my 3 QBs. Any other QB you want to add to that list?
Fields is not claimed. Daniel Jones, he rushed for 2 freaking touchdowns. It's so freaking we have to acknowledge it. I mean, you have to acknowledge, he rushed for 2 touchdowns. That he's taking bread out of Jonathan Taylor's fucking mouth. The balls, the cajones on this guy, man. He's ruining another running back, just like he ruined Saquon. So, you got to deal with him. He's viable. He was a top 12 quarterback a couple years ago before he imploded in New York. So, he's around too. I don't know. Michael Penix was on my list too. That was about it.
Okay. What about running backs? You have any running backs? There's only one that I could find.
Dylan Sampson might be kind of the only guy.
32%.
Yeah, 37 in my where I saw it. So there's other guys too. DJ Giddons, I think, is going to get some run this year in that. Speaking of that offense, so he's a nice handcuff if you're worried about not getting touchdowns. But I'm not a handcuffer. So Braylon Allen got a touchdown, but it's still the Breece Hall show. So that was a little bit of a surprise. I thought Braylon had a little more touches. That touchdown one was a monster run, man. Like he could have run through a wall. So, but what about you? Anybody else you're picking up for the RBs?
I didn't notice anybody that I was interested in besides Dylan Sampson. So
I'm not a huge Kenneth Gainwell fan. No offense, but
that was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild. Arthur Smith doing it again.
I know. He just is such a butthole.
Doing it again. I mean? Yeah, I'd say Kenneth Gainwell, actually. Add him to the list. Yeah,
put him on
for
there.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say put him on there because it's the Arthur Smith show.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants. It's not great. All right. Now let's talk wide receiver because I think wide receiver is maybe where the bigger pickups are. At least, Quentin Johnston not available in most leagues. No, he is. He's available in most leagues. He's only 3.6%
96.4% of leagues.
No one picked him. We were all watching the camp highlights of him dropping ball after ball after ball, and we were all like, "No, I don't want any of that."
I saw a great tweet. It was that Moneyball meme.
Oh yeah,
and it was like, "This is Quentin Johnston. His only defect is he can only catch the ball in the southern hemisphere." I like that one.
Hilarious. That's so funny. Yeah, well, he is definitely worthy of being rostered. How much would you spend on him of your fab? Would you go like?
Let's go back. Let's rank him at the end, and we'll do that. Okay. He's definitely on the.
Quentin Johnston's on there. Keyshawn.
He's on the short list.
The booty, getting a little booty. He had 8 targets,
as
man.
well. Booty. Keyshawn Booty. Keyshawn Booty. Man. I don't know which one I want more. And then I think Calvin Austin as well, bro.
Wide receiver 2 theory in that offense. You wondered who was going to get it. Was Roman Wilson going to get? Nope. Calvin Austin, the third, Esquire extraordinaire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then the injury to Hollywood, I don't think it's going to be that long. But
you mean
Juju,
Worthy? You mean?
I mean, what'd I say?
You said the injury to Hollywood. But
yeah, right.
To Worthy.
The injury to Worthy, yeah. So Hollywood's like 50% rostered. So he's not usually on your wire, but he's obviously, if he is, he's the guy. But Juju also was getting some work.
Oh, he looked terrible, by the way. He's just so old and bad.
But he's alive. He's alive. He's alive and available.
He's fucking alive. Yeah, I would also say Cedric Tillman's 42% rostered. He was getting some run.
Yeah.
Wan'Dale
sure.
Robinson, 31% rostered. He was getting targets more so than Nabers, just because he's able to kind of move around that offense and not be double teamed. And so, if you're looking for a single team or a double team, I think a lot of people like a single team unless they're into some kinky shit. And then they like the double team. But, not too bad. 12.5. He had 8 targets. If you're in the 8 target range, you are on a fantasy team. That's how it works. And he was wide receiver 31 last year, something like that. So, wake up, so that's just how it goes, people. Anybody else on your horizon?
Um,
Because now we need to talk money for Booty, for Johnston, for
well,
Hollywood.
what about there's tight ends too, because I think those
right?
are the
Okay. Well, I
yeah.
thought you were going to see how much for you
and defense, because I want to rank.
Oh, who's your
pickups
first?
of
Okay.
the week? Yeah.
Oh, you're giving us all. Okay. All right. Give me it all, Daddy. Give me it all. Tight
Yeah.
ends. Who are you targeting here? Is it your boy Harold Fannin Jr., who you called out last week on the show and said everyone should roster? Is it that guy?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Hey, victory lap, my friend. Victory lap.
I-
The floor is yours. You have 30 seconds.
Okay.
This camera. What do you got going on? Tell the people.
Listen, I will blow my own trumpet a little bit. Okay. He was somebody that I was targeting late in drafts. I did draft this guy in multiple leagues. I drafted this guy in a 10-man league, which I'm very proud of myself for.
Ooh,
Yeah. He is looking as good as the Cash Collins scouting report, right? I mean, the usage was just phenomenal with him. I mean, I think he got a handoff too.
Yeah, they gave him a carry.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who hates him and thinks he's terrible?
Bo McBrayer.
Yeah.
Why does he hate a guy that's like one of the greatest collegiate tight ends that's ever played?
It's all over him. I don't know, man. That guy's
He played for Bowling Green.
I don't know. He's not from NorCal, probably, and that get extra points if you're from NorCal.
Is he from Southern Cal? Does he hate Southern Cal people?
Maybe. We need to get the crack research team on here. I got the crack. You get the research. We'll figure it out.
I wonder if he still just hates them. Like, that was a really good week 1. So
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you right now, you might hate me. My phone is not with me, and so I can't get into my DraftKings account. That's not my favorite thing.
No,
I know.
But we'll roll through my stacks of cash, and I bet you
I'll listen.
Yeah, you'll vibe out to the picks, so you can vibe with me.
I'm sure.
Also, how about he wasn't even the top guy for waiver wire additions? How about Mr. 11 targets himself, Juwan Johnson?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna victory lap him. That's one of your boys too.
Juwan Johnson. I mean, he on that offense, no Foster Moreau, no utility knife. What's his name? Taysom Hill.
No freaking Taysom.
No Taysom. No Foster. It's the Juwan Johnson show. Spencer Rattler actually didn't look that bad, didn't play that bad, and I think he's going to be looking for that guy when he's dropping
the big
back.
guy, the huge, massive, athletic guy, the freak.
Yeah. So I think he's a premier waiver wire ad this week for sure. So
okay, I like it. All right. We'll talk defense, even though you're not going to spend your money on it. I'll humor you. Even though they're playing against a tough team, I like the Colts. I like the Colts defense. What do you think? For the Rams?
Colts D. I said the Rams or the Titans. I
agree. Either one.
Yeah,
they're playing each other, by the way.
Right.
That's the rub. That's an under. I'm taking the under on that game.
Mm-hmm.
The defenses are solid. You saw the Titans playing solid D against Bo Nix. They intercepted him. They did pretty well. You can see Denver's defense is better, but Denver They were in it was 13-12 at one point where they're winning by 1 point, and it was a really good game, even though it was a kind of a not a good game.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, yeah, Colts D too, man, showed up. So, you know, they played Miami now. So
I know. They
But
had a
yeah.
fumble recovery and an interception.
hey,
Two
the stats are
interceptions,
there.
fumble. Yeah, so sacks. So I
Yeah,
mean,
they got a tougher match with Denver though. That's
they
gonna
do.
be
I know they do.
interesting.
We'll see. I don't think I'd play them, but we'll see.
Yeah.
As a streamer.
All right, out of all the waiver wires, guys, you know, I'd say we got Keyshawn Butte. I mean, Dylan Sampson, super sexy if you can get him. Keyshawn Butte, Quentin Johnston, Calvin Johnson, Harold Fannin, Juwan Johnson, Aaron Rodgers, Justin
A lot of
Fields,
Johnsons.
Penix. Who do you want the most?
I want Quentin Johnston. I think that's my lean. Just because I think Justin Herbert is locked in, and he's gonna.
He looks so good.
He looks so good. They ran the ball 25 times. They passed the ball 34 times, or dropped back to pass the ball. Maybe I'm not sure he got sacked. He ran the ball some of those times too, though. So he took positive yards in rushing. He looked great rushing. It's like he remembered. Oh yeah, I'm not hurt. My ankles aren't broke no more. I can just do whatever I want. And you could see him rushing before he hurt his ankles back in the day and got hurt. I mean, the man can run. He's got wheels. Well, he's got them again. And I think that would be
elite.
Yeah, he looks top of the food chain right now, and
he really
QBs
did
in the NFL. One of the best performances. Jordan Love looked great too, but I mean Herbert just out there. So I think I want a piece of that in Quentin Johnston. So
what type of fab?
I'm going to go 35%. I think on this one. It's a little bit.
So the Fantasy Millionaires, I think I've swayed you in this direction, and we'll just say this since it is the week one.
Yeah,
we're both now believers in spending that fab early. My podcast partner knows I'm the guy that will week one blow 100 of my fab if there's a Puka Nacua on the wire. You know what I mean? I don't think Quentin Johnston is that right now. So 35% is high, but it's a ballsy call because if he keeps doing that, he keeps catching the ball. He's going to be, a fringe wide receiver 1, a strong wide receiver 2 for sure. So I like it.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Who you going for if Quentin Johnston's not available? If the 3% have got him, those sons of bitches. Who you cracking a whip at?
I like Johnston. I like Booty. And I like Harold Fannin. Those are my 3 guys. I like all 3 of those guys a lot. So, at this point, I don't know if I'm willing to go ham on any particular one, but I would spend at least 20% on any of those guys, I think.
Yeah. Well, if you have George Kittle, you can't be confident going forward with that hamstring that it's not going to happen again. And you're going to need somebody right now to fill that in that top 10 role. You drafted a top 3 tight end.
Right.
Harold Fannin Jr. was a top 5 tight end. By the way, shout out LQ, NFL Network, one of my boys from the Pat Mayo days of broadcasting back in 2021, maybe it was. And he put out a tweet a couple of days ago that said, if Harold Fannin Jr. finishes in the top 5 this week, I'll dye my hair blonde. Son of a bitch. You better hope tonight tight ends go crazy because he's right now, I think he's 5, right? Top 5 right now, I think, in the week. So, LQ, you sweating. Mark Andrews shit the bed. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I digress. All right. Let's jump. Anybody else before we get out of here?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Elevate, mitigate, eviscerate. We're going to kind of just hit you with the quick boom, who we're starting, give you a reason why we're starting them. I can go first and tell you who I'm starting. I already had him up here a minute ago. I'm elevating Justin Herbert in all formats, in all places, in all things, in all.
That's my guy too.
That's your guy too. I mean,
yep.
He's from now on, he's in our league, he's rostered, and most places he's rostered, but he just needs to be set on. I had him in a league. I did not start him. I had started somebody else. So that. I'm not doing that again. And Vegas this week, I think, Vegas has got some weapons. I think this could be a little bit of a nice little game, maybe 51 points scored, 48, something like that. So I'm in. So
yeah, I mean, how about Justin Herbert is vying to be QB1 after week 1, right? It's I mean, in the BFF scoring format, 6 points per touchdown, a couple extra bonuses. Only Josh Allen had a better week. So
he's running and he's passing. When you can get the rushing
the
and the
running
passing, it's
part
ridiculous.
is the sexiest thing. When you saw him just Debo, that one dude, like just put his shoulder down and cracked him, and it just like yeah, you do not want to tackle that guy.
No.
I mean, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he's so fast. He looks so fast.
Looks so fast. I was dating Madison Beer too, so he's happy. All right. Who's your RB that you are going to be elevating this week?
Thankfully, I did draft some of this guy, but with sweaty palms, and now I'm so glad I did.
Travis Etienne, is it?
It is Travis Etienne.
Yeah, that was the guy too. Yeah,
is that your guy?
Yep. Yeah, I think we're on the right page here. I think we're picking up what the NFL's putting down.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
143 yards. Damn.
Liam Cohen, he knows what to do. He knows how. He's a great coach, man, and everybody last year who went through the hell of the Travis Etienne experience was very scared, especially because Tank Bigsby is good, and then they got Rootin' Tootin' as well. But the value was there with him in like the 8th or 9th round. You're like, this guy was a first round draft pick last year. He's not, 2 years ago, the reason why he was a first round draft because he was one of the most elite running backs in the league, and he showed it this past weekend. Okay, so lock and loaded versus a horrible Cincy defense.
Yeah. I gotta say, Chit's with us. Chit 100% agrees. You get the full Chit on this one. Yeah, it's gonna be 100% in. All right. Since that was my guy, I'm gonna go to wide receiver. And even though I'll talk about the QB matchup. I don't love the QB matchup. I do think, and Quentin, Johnston, you're gonna put him in your lineup. I'm not gonna say elevate him because I think you already are. I do think Hollywood Brown though is somebody you elevate. And they're playing the Eagles. They're going to be down. It's a Super Bowl rematch. I feel like the Eagles are already favored, which they probably are. I've not looked into it. We can check right now, though. Maybe it'll pop up. I don't know if we can do that, but let's go to Mahomes and then see if they have the matchup ready to link. Oh, they do. Let's see. Is it up on my screen? No, it's not. I can tell you though. 47 and no. Oh, there's nothing up yet. They've got no. Oh, it is. 46.5. The Eagles are 1.5 point favorites on the road. So, I mean, you know what? That I think there's going to be some opportunities for our boy in that setting. And
I love that call.
I like what he did last week. Get out of here, Mahomes. But he is somebody who I drafted him in a couple leagues, and I'm glad I had him. He got drafted in our league as well. So he's a good player, and he's been injured for a long time. He's got speed. That's what they need. He had 16 fucking targets, man. Like, that's just ridiculous. So
he's going to be the guy.
Start that guy immediately?
He's going to be the guy until he gets injured.
Yeah, until he gets injured. Then it'll be someone else. So please lock and load with him in a tough matchup, but I'm going to go with it. So
I like it. Good call.
Yeah.
Great call.
All right, who's your guy?
I'm going to go with my guy, the resurgence of Deebo Samuel in a Thursday night game versus the Packers. I think if I want to pick a wide receiver to play in a Thursday night game, I'm going to pick Deebo Samuel, dude. I just think he's the guy that is going to continue to do a lot of the gritty work. And the fact that you got to see, we've already seen in the preseason and in this first game that he's going to continue to get those Deebo jet sweep opportunities
in the red zone, no less.
Yeah, that just the guy, when he's healthy is, he is a full on football player, dude. And I think versus the Packers, I think this is going to be a really good game. And he had 7 receptions last game, and got some rushing work. They're just going to keep going to the Debo show for sure in this game.
I love it. And I think he was, how many targets did he have? And did he I mean, I think he caught almost all his targets, didn't he? He was 7 for 7. No, 10. He was 10 for 7. So a couple targets didn't go his way, but I mean,
10 targets, man.
Had 10 targets. He was on it. He looked great, and he hasn't even caught a touchdown yet. So by the way, I didn't win any of my millions. I put in all my bets and stuff, but one of my bets I did put in that was part of my parlay was for Debo Samuel to get a touchdown. So thank you, Debo. You held up, that little meme that's like, I'm doing my part. And then like they cut to Tucker Kraft. He's like, I'm doing my part. And then they cut to, the next guy, I'm doing my part. And then they cut to some asshole who didn't catch a touchdown named David Njoku. And he's definitely not doing his part. So anyway, I digress. Please forgive. I'm a little bitter. David Njoku, coming for you later. Mitigate. You'll see. All right. I'm collecting myself better now. All right. Who is somebody you are going to elevate at the tight end position named Harold Fannin Jr.? Go.
Now I'm gonna go with our boy, dude. How about Kyle Pitts versus Minnesota? Yeah.
Ooh,
Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts balled out. Kyle Pitts balled out, dude. I did say pre-draft that I would draft him, especially for as late as he would go. I was not out on.
Yep.
I was not out on Kyle Pitts. That was, I think, the first game where him and Penix really had a connection, and part of it coincided with the Drake London shoulder situation. So
and Darnell Mooney being out too, so don't discount that.
Darnell Mooney not playing. I think Mooney probably will be back. This is a Monday show, so obviously I have no idea yet.
We'll see about Drake London. I mean, shoulders are not good. You don't want your
No, I'm expecting he sits.
Yeah,
I think he's going to sit a week. I think this is another opportunity. Yeah, Kyle Pitts get some volume.
I'm in. Mine is Harold Fannin Jr. We kind of talked about him earlier, but just no offense to Njoku, who did cost me lots of money. But I think Harold Fannin Jr. out targeted him 9-6. Njoku's going to get his too, but I think Harold Fannin Jr. He is the future there already at that position. So I want to put him in my lineup and I want to start him. If I'm going to claim him, I'm going to try to get him. I'm going to play him. So yeah, I'm rolling with him. What about you for defense? Where are you at there?
So I said Rams Titans, and I'm going to pick the Rams to win that game. So I'll pick that defense. I like the Rams versus the rookie QB.
100%. Mine says Rams versus Titans on my show sheet. I like when we lock in. It doesn't mean we're perfect, but I think it does. There's some symmetry going on in kind of looking at those week one edges that are available now to us that we didn't see before. And I think both defenses are good. So it could be Matthew Stafford could get destroyed in this game, and tilt that the other way, which anything can happen at any time. So. All right. Mitigate. This is where we just kind of get rid of a player for a week. We don't trash him forever. We just sit him down, just give him a little break, and say, nah, bro, not this week. I'll let you start with quarterback. Who are you sitting?
Jared Goff for Chicago.
I was there too. I thought about that too. He's at home, and then I skittered away from it. But continue.
Yeah, no, it's just I'm
got Ben Johnson. It's a Ben Johnson revenge game too.
You're right. Ben Johnson revenge game. It's going to be a lot of factors. I got to see it a little bit more. I just think this will be a dirty affair. I bet the Lions will win it. I think they'll get back to more of a smash mouth style play, and I don't expect Jared Goff to have any type of big numbers in this game. So I'm not going to get putting him in this game.
I like it. Mine is Sir Patrick Mahomes. And the spread's kind of big. And so I guess this implied total is like 22, I guess, which isn't terrible. But Philadelphia, I think they get Jalen Carter back, and that'll be a big deal. They got their best player. So I'm a little worried with only Hollywood, and Kelsey looked a little better, but just I think
not
that
really.
Yeah, he got one touchdown, but he was wide
ass.
Wide
ass open.
I think you and I could have scored that touchdown. Yeah, I think we could have got there. But Anyway, I'm fading Mahomes this week. I'm not starting him. If I have somebody else, I think I'm just going to go another direction. I'll play him the next week against the Giants and maybe against Baltimore and Jacksonville, but I'm just going to rest him against Philly and maybe put in Justin Fields, like you said, or someone else. So.
All right. RB for me, I am actually going to sit, and I think some people will, be excited about the usage, but I mentioned Kenneth Walker earlier. I do not want to play Zach Charbonnet versus Pittsburgh this week. Yeah. That's a legit defense. And I think that they're going to lean more on Kenneth Walker this week than they did last week.
3.9 per carry isn't that great. He just had the touchdown. That was kind of the shitty thing. If you give Walker the touchdown, then we're talking about Walker. We're not talking about Charbonnet. It's all touchdown related. You'd like to see them both get involved in the passing game a little more, but whatever. I think that game was a slugfest, and the 49ers held the ball and ran the ball a lot of the game too. So, you can't control all those parts of the game. Whatever. We'll figure it out. We're getting
Who's your guy?
Okay, so I think I have two guys. I was trying to put a couple guys together here. Nope, I got one guy. It's Isiah Pacheco. Homeboy had 5 carries. What in the fuckity chuckity 5K? That's not what? It wasn't even like somebody overcame him. They just abandoned the run. I see a game where they're not even down that much. They're down like one score, maybe 8 points. They're not down 14-0 or 21-0. Whatever. They could have involved Pacheco more, but he didn't look great. They also couldn't get a push. So Mahomes was there running. That's the thing you saw in that game was quarterback versus quarterback scramble session, which I get it, man. Mahomes decking people and stuff. And by the way, if you're bitter that Mahomes acts like a sissy when he gets touched and goes, and then he just decked somebody on the sidelines, then you a bitch. Because listen, this is football, and the quarterbacks can act like sissies if they want, and then they can front up, and they can also. I saw Lamar Jackson shove a fan, man. You can do whatever you want. They're quarterbacks. Get out of here. Just want to say that for the record.
By any means necessary.
Listen, people, I need some Walter Goggins in your life. You need a little bit of soul. Come on. Anyway, okay. Who are you sitting at wide receiver?
Had a great week this past week. Got to be excited if you drafted him. 20 points in the BFF scoring system. 1 TD, 8 targets, 6 catches for 80. I'm sitting Michael Pittman versus Denver. Yeah, man.
Saucy little.
Listen, you saw Calvin Ridley this past week get the shadow coverage treatment. I actually sat Ridley in every league that I had.
Nice.
Surtain is the truth, man. Like he will be on Pittman, like white on rice, dude. So
yes.
It's just, I could see us in 2025. I'm just gonna look to find my mitigate fade and just be like, who's Denver playing this week?
Patrick Surtain. You're gonna be a Patrick Surtainian. I like it. I'm not gonna contrarian you that at all. I just, he gets a touchdown. That's what's gonna make or break this. If he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it's because he'll get 6 catches, 12, 60 yards, whatever, 12 points, 8 points, 9 points, whatever. But to make him viable, he's got to get that. I
don't even know, man. Ridley had 4 catches, something like that.
Yeah, but they're also they have a better offensive line and not a rookie. It's Daniel Jones. All right, yeah, he'll probably suck. Okay, you're right. All right, my guy
is team getting 4 for 30. I could see that.
Okay. I'm not against that either. The 4 for 30. Okay. My guy is somebody who you might be like, yeah, duh, you're definitely sitting him, but I gotta scroll all the way down here to find him. It might even be on the next page here. Hold on. Yeah, let me go to the next page. I was waiting to do this. Oh, here he is, Jalen Waddle, Mr. Irrelevant. Oh no, don't tell me. How many points did Jalen Waddle score last week? Oh, he got 7. He got 4 receptions.
Did he get injured or something?
I don't know. I don't even know.
It doesn't say. It says healthy.
Did he die? I don't know. No, thank you. You're mitigated this week. Yeah. I'm not trusting even Tyreek Hill at this moment. Like, sell that guy too. So yeah, no, thank you. I'm out. That's my what about tight end for you? Who's your tight end? Who you
Jake Ferguson versus the Giants. He's somebody that, if you played zero tight end, you might have him. The Giants actually, I think that they, last year they were one of the top defenses versus tight ends. You know, it's I just don't think it's not a good matchup. I think you should look elsewhere this week.
Zach Ertz had a good game. He dropped one catch, but he had a touchdown. He didn't score more than like 11, 12 points. You know what I mean? So it's not like you were roasting these guys. They have a good pass rush. They can get to the quarterback. Dak's going to face a lot of that. Dak's not as fast as Jayden Daniels. You saw Jayden Daniels couldn't get away from him. So yeah, we'll see. I'm with you. Well, let me just say, if you're starting Harold Fannin Jr., I'm benching Njoku. I'm putting Njoku on ice. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not happy. I lost a lot of money on you. 3 catches?
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, I don't like that. All right. That's a little spite sit, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Maybe since you burned your face, you suck now. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
I'm done. So, all right. What about you at the DEST?
You know, this is a 95% roster defense, but bad matchup this week. Texans versus the Bucks. I am definitely trying to look elsewhere.
Ooh, that's gross. Yeah. I don't like that.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. Mine is the Jets. They're playing Buffalo. Don't you dare play Buffalo. The Jets defense, if you think they're good, they're not. They used to be a good defense. They're not a good defense anymore. They're going to play games that score like 30. Now that they made Aaron Rodgers look incredible again. You know what I mean? So they're done. The Jets defense is done. If 25% of people have rostered them, drop the Jets. Never do that again. They're rostered in our league. That's why I'm bringing it up. This is get this. Who is OPL? Who is that? Do you know who that is in our league?
OPL?
Yeah, OPL.
Oh, that's Ryan and Dan.
Yeah, get the champs. Get the champs. That's shitty defense. Get the champs out of there. All right. I have a team real quickly to eviscerate. Do you have any eviscerates?
I mean, how about just about Tua?
yeah, me too. I'm eviscerating Tua as well. Yeah, Tua's being eviscerated. Who else is being eviscerated for you?
I don't know. Like we were saying before the show, it's gonna be hard to do it. It's always so hard week 1 to know.
Jerome Ford eviscerated. Jerome Ford, yeah. Jerome Ford just like
Yeah, Quinton Judkins signing. He's gonna be back. So.
Yeah, get rid of him. Judkins signed 4-year contract. Like Jerome Ford's toast.
Yeah, he's toast.
Ollie Gordon, get him off your team.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Done. AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, both those guys, they suck. Get them off your team. They were terrible. Can't believe the bullshit those guys put me through. Get them off your team. And then my favorite one, I just want to say this: Mo Alley Cox. Get that guy off your team too. Do you have any real wide receivers to get off your team?
No, I didn't do any real eviscerates. That was it. I just Tua. If you drafted Tua, you can drop Tua.
Yeah. I'm with you. All right. Who are your DFS stacks of cash? I'm trying to sneak into DraftKings, see if they'll let me just sneak in, and there's no way I can get in. So it's not good. My phone's upstairs. I'll tell you the secret. I dropped the ball, man. I had sex with my wife before the show. Kind of like
good for you, buddy.
I know. It's just don't know where my phone is now. So it's kind of one of those like scrambling at the end to get down here, get clothes on, and all that kind of stuff. So, good show for not having my phone. But I can't get in a DraftKings account, so I can't bring up that. But tell me who your stacks of cash are.
We're not building the lineup this week. That's fine. No. Yeah. I'll go with the platinum stack. Yeah, man. You just said eviscerate them. I'm going Burrow and Chase, man. Like,
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's only 14.7.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Burrow.
Who are they playing this week?
They play the Jags. So,
I love that.
Juicy matchup, dude.
That's a very juicy matchup.
Juicy matchup.
Favoring the over in that.
They always do bad week 1, so I think this is
they won.
Play.
They won.
I know, but like you just saw, I'm just saying.
Well, the Browns always have their number. The Browns are good defense against them. Like they've held Jamar Chase.
Opponent, all of that.
Yeah, Denzel Ward's always the kind of own. They talk shit. They talk shit before the game too. So
Yeah,
he
they
definitely
won
helped
the
you market.
game, but it
Yeah.
was a horrible fantasy situation for Jamar and Burrow.
And for Burrow.
Yeah,
I like the
but
bounce back.
yeah, I expect a nice bounce back versus
Yeah.
the Jags. I think
Who's
they're gonna
your diamond stack?
Diamond stack? I like Bo Nix and Courtland Sutton, dude.
Get up.
Yeah,
Get up.
man. They play the Colts. I think just watching their chemistry over the preseason and into week 1, I'm so glad I have a lot of Courtland Sutton. That's the guy on that offense, dude. And it's not a bad stack. It's 12.4, so I think it's a good stack to build around.
It's a perfect little guy you can build around. And what's your little gold stack? Still viable, but just
How about Drake May and Kayshon Boutte at 9.7K, dude? You could build a dirty team with that.
Something sexy and filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see Cakes won our tournament, by the way?
I did.
Shout out
I
Cakes.
logged in to check it out. Yeah.
Love that. I got it's 39th out of 21. Is that?
I know. I got last place.
You did.
You beat me. Yeah. I do. I was all. All my Burrow Jamar Chase stacks were horrible.
I went Flacco. I went the other way. How about this? I listened to Graham Barfield. I listened to Rich Rebarb. And these guys, they were not on the same exact page, but they were just into this game, into Burrow, or into Flacco and cheap buying down, and even Neil Ortman, the guy on, people were into this, and I just got trounced. So, what are you gonna do?
Did you see that replay where you can see it from Joe Burrow's angle? I don't know which Browns defender it is, but he he gets in and gets a clean look at the quarterback and just totally annihilates Joe Burrow at 100 miles an hour. Have you seen that replay? It looks like he murdered Joe Burrow. It's just Joe Burrow gets rid of the pass. I don't know if it was caught. I just saw this highlight, and he hits the man as Joe Burrow's going forward. It's like, when a boxer, you run into a punch, it's one of the nastiest hits I've ever seen. And you just see Joe Burrow on the ground dead, he's dead after the play.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah,
no. All right. Let's transition to 3 tweets. I need to figure out here, because I've been running off of the monitor the whole time. I need to now reshare my screen and pick a new screen to share. So, we're figuring it out as we go, and I'm okay with it. I'm getting there. Okay. Hopefully the screen is here and it pops up, and I'll make sure we get there. Okay. You want to start with your tweet here?
Yeah, let's do it. It's just a cute little. I've been off of the interweb social medias for a long time, and we do 3 tweets. So getting back on it has been interesting. And when I find stuff like this, I'm like, well, this is why I was on it in the first place. This is the funny. I think that this is the point of all of this to me. I mean, it's just an immaculate tweet.
Hold on, your boy. There's too many things going on here. All right, hold on. I'm not as okay. I'm pausing the tweet, so it does not. It's running on my screen. I'm trying to control the tweet. Okay, let me share the screen. I can do this. I can do it. I believe I can fly. Okay.
I will say, I am definitely wasting time again.
Yes.
On X, as some people call it.
Yeah.
What
this is the perfect sitcom opening doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't show, you're not showing it. Let me see it. Is it on?
You can't see it?
No.
Oh no, I forgot to bring it up. Okay, I'm looking in the back.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, you had it.
There we go. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah. Can you play it? Right. Make sure it's loud.
Yeah, here we go.
Perfect sitcom opening doesn't exist. Meanwhile.
Well, then there must be some magic clue inside this gentle walls.
Is that perfect?
That is perfect. Look, one half.
Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls.
I love the way he shakes his head.
He's just nah, man, nah.
Yeah, it totally looks like the beginning of a Full House episode, like Uncle Joey or something like that. Yeah.
I like it. All right, here's mine. I sent you this. Hopefully you didn't watch it too long.
I didn't watch anything. Nope.
Okay, this is mine. Here we go.
No. It's still summer out.
It's preseason. It's preseason. There's a game on. These games going. It's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. No more Sunday. Sunday. Give me another beer game. It's football.
Hey, baby, do you want to go to brunch?
Yeah.
Want to go to brunch?
I had already seen that, but yes, that was a great one.
We're gonna brunch.
No. It's still summer out.
It's preseason football.
I can't get it to stop.
No.
I can't get it to stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's preseason football. It is.
It's preseason football. There's a game on.
Won't stop.
It's still summer out.
It's preseason.
It doesn't want to stop. It will never stop. That's hilarious. Who wins 3 tweets? I'll give you the call.
It's up to you. You can have it if you want it.
Well, I do have a tweet. I do have something I'd
I have
love
a
to
tweet
share.
too.
Okay. I'll say you won.
Okay.
I like yours was fun.
Mine's a little bit wild, but here we go. This is
Okay. Am I sharing my screen the right way?
Yeah, it looks fine. You just got
Okay.
I just sent it to you again.
Okay, here we go.
Well, this doesn't really need any explanation, but if you need to watch it.
What happened to your head? That's
Okay, here we go.
what happened to your hair?
What you talking about?
Your head. What happened to your head? That's what I'm talking about.
Don't disrespect me like that. I know you got me on snap, dog.
Yo, you on some nut shit though, cuz. Like, why you outside like that, cuz?
This is my hood. You know that, right?
I'm not worrying about
What
none of
is
that.
he?
Your
What is
head on
wrong
some
with his
weird shit.
hair?
Why have you walking around with that nut
They call
ass
me
cut?
Patch, dog. Don't disrespect me.
Oh, they call you Patch? You want some shit, Patch?
What you talking about?
You want some shit?
Don't do that to me, dog.
You want some shit, you hear me?
Listen, you're not gonna keep talking to me like that, dog.
You want some shit, Patch?
Patch is
I
gonna
don't
snap.
even know you, dog.
So what you trying to do? You mean to get out the car or something? What you trying to do? I can see you
I'm a
right
young
now.
bull.
I'm a
I'm
young
a
wolf.
bitch.
So what's up? You trying to get it in right now?
Don't do that shit to me.
I'll get out the car right now, youngin. What's up? What's up? Let's get it. What's up?
Go ahead, bitch, dog.
Oh, all right. That's what I'm saying. Patchy, you on young boy? What?
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
wild. I'll
I'm
share
talking
mine
about.
because I'm a
Don't disrespect
glutton.
me like that. I know you got me on snap, dog.
Yo,
You do
you
got
on
you on
some
Snap.
nut shit though, cuz.
Hey, that's hilarious. All right, here's mine. Just because this is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. This is from Cooter Doodle. And, she wrote. Well, you can read it. She wrote, "She spit on my deck till I ejected."
She's a good one.
Oh, she's wild, man. Cooter Doodle's wild. So, all right, shout out. We brought back 3 tweets, and it was crazy, just like it always was. You know, these people are on the internet sharing this with others. Can you believe that kind of stuff? I cannot. So, all right, I'll let you get the outro because you're always our man as we get out of here.
All right, pain, chaos, heartbreak, and big, huge L's to all your opponents in week 2. Peace and love everywhere else.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe over here at the fantasy6back.net and do all the good stuff on the YouTubers and go, give Joe Bond lots of money and all that good stuff.